With this shit, I'm a nigga type. And don't do any crimes. Cause all my niggas righteous, and my politics will fight. Counts cold, real niggas hold rank, stand for what they believe and won't compromise a day. Never harmonize a traitor. Do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the fate. My niggas strong, no chase. The other niggas sweet like dilate. Sweet tank for the brown sugar like annihilate. Every time I move, righteous demonstration. All I deny is safe. My brother's glorious, true warriors. The label sworn down, the devil sticking can't stop. Cause we notorious, thrown in my way. We're the supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled. We're loaded around my roots. Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back in the U.P.K. style, put it down for my roots. And I roll straight so this is serious with them shield. It's like TV. They my roots. We gon' put it on the key on the stage. We gon' put this bitch at all gold. We gon' take this from the top. Let's ride this thing. Me and all my roots like the lighthouse. You can't be with my men, nigga. I can take the fake when you treacherous mouth. Gang God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about the 2 cents. Fuck the feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve. No excuses for my niggas. They striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, dead, never home. We can't be kids tight like I.S.U.P.K. joke. But we been doing to the end. It's for the widespread know. We lick from the top shelf, but I split it with the low. One told folk, nigga, everybody know. All they ever wanted was the beach, fuck the road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stay tall and you not blush. Remain calm when the things you pop up. Come deep like David Jones locker. Move off the central locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my roots. We can run one more. In fact, let's start. Shalom, Israel.
Oh, just shout. You know how niggas be like.
Alright, Shalom, Israel. Shabbat Yahba Shem Yahshua. Alright. Slagi Barakatham. Yahweh Shamar Alatham by Shem Yahshua. Precinct Officer Marah. Hold it down for Precinct Officer Hazahah. Okay, Philly be doing it for headquarters today. Alright, I'm about to come around to the screen real quick. Give me 1 second. You already know what we're going into, man. Let me bring this book over here. Lock it. Let me bring the book over here. Let me adjust the mic real quick. Going into the biblical Hebrew text and workbook. All right. You already know off the Study Tools website, man. In Philly, we in chapter 13. I keep saying chapter. In Philly, we in lesson 13. Lesson 13 in Philly. And we getting it in. Let me come around real quick. All right. Here we go right here. Can you all put this up on the screen for me, ISRAELITES? Biblical Hebrew. Hold on, I always do this. Here we go. Biblical Hebrew text and workbook. All right. This right here is like, if you get it used from the I.S.U.P.K. Study Tools tag from ISUPK.com. You click on that tab. I think it's like number 37 or 36. So like either or. You click on that link. They take you to Amazon. It'll take you to the highest one, which is like $100. But if you click on use, you get it used. I believe it's like $17 or $18. It's worth it. All right, Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook right here. All right, I always do this. There we go. Biblical Hebrew Text and Workbook. Now, with that being said, we're in lesson 13. Let's sit this over here real quick. Sit it over here. We're in lesson 13. Actually, I always say this, but I've been saying lesson 13 for at least the past. It's a little dark too. We might gotta move this down right here. All right, or just move it, try to get it closer. As close as you can. Maybe aim it over here. If I could,
Let me make it full screen so we can see.
Yeah, that might be better. Salaki. But we in lesson 12 in the drill and review. All right, here we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, that's 12. That's probably just because we walking in front of it. It's probably gonna make it dark. But we in lesson 12, the drill and review for lesson 12, man. All right. So with that being said, right, we are going to, of course, always pull up the PDF, so everybody can see it online and everybody can see it in the class, right? But before we do that, you do the honors, right? I'll recite my alphabet. Abba Gada Hawa Zakha Tayaka Lama Nasa I Patazaka Rasha Tha. That's my melody. Alright, there's no specific way to recite the alphabet. It's just an order. Abba Gada all the way down to Tha. Alright, there's no specific A, B, C, D. We don't do all that. That's my melody. You'll hear every brother recite his alphabet different. Abba, can you recite your alphabet? Then I'll give you the words that we're going to put up on the board so we can learn some words a lot here. I think I put the screen down just a tad bit too much. Is that it? There we go. That should be perfect. All right, Abba, you got it. I'm going to give you the words that we're going to put up on the board.
Abba Gada Hawa Zakha Tayaka Lama Nasa I Patazaka Rasha.
All right, so me and Abba, the way we recite ours is similar. But there's no standard on how to recite the alphabet. It's just the alphabetical order. You know where we stopped at? Oh, you marked it off?
I didn't mark it off, but I think I remember.
Okay, calm. So we're gonna put up some Salaki, some Hebrew words up on the board, right? I've been trying to give in Philly, I know we're doing the online class for headquarters, but in Philly, I've been trying to give as many words as possible every week, just for us to study. So like I guess I gotta come back over. Not you, Abba, just me. Been trying to give words every week for us to study, for us to learn, right? Because we're learning how to speak the language, just like babies. We're learning it all over again like babies, all right, and children, right? So with that being said, we got to go through the process, because when you're a child, you learn how to communicate before you learn words, and before you have an English course, you learn how to communicate first. Eat. You tired, you crying. What else? You need your diaper change, you're whining, you sad, you want to be picked up when you're a baby, get all clingy to your mom, want to hold your mom and whine all day. Or you happy, you moving around, you bringing toys to your mom and to your dad to show them, you communicate. You learn how to communicate first. And then we start to learn how to verbally communicate. What's the other one? Eat is a good one. What? Everybody knows. I think every damn child knows that. You want to eat, you're hungry, you know what I mean? So that's when you start to verbally communicate. It's not till you get older that you start to learn apple, orange, how to spell it. Right. You know what I mean? Car, bus. You try to teach them young. The younger you teach them, the more they catch on. So with that being said, it's the same way. Like we learning how to communicate by, and then you learn what it means. You learn how to communicate by, learning connectors, and also too, you hit up ISRAELITES@gmail.com, send you all the Hebrew info you need. Salaki, if I've been missing anybody, I think I sent out to everybody. If I didn't, hit me up again. I will send you all the Hebrew info for the class. MARAHUPK@gmail.com. Give you all the info for the class. All right. So with that being said, we learn how to communicate as like kids. That's how we're doing it again. We learn how to communicate to each other. Shalom, Khan, La'ah, Salakia. You know what I mean? And then we're starting to actually learn a little bit more of the communication by learning how to read with the connectors. This is why means and, ha means the. Ha at the end of a word means is a feminine, or means she, or is just the feminine form. Just like how the Lord, when He speaks to us, you will see that He's speaking in feminine, meaning He's speaking to a lesser in authority. When we talk about the land, any land that we go to is in feminine, because we're speaking in a lesser of authority. We have dominion over the earth. All right, with that being said, so now we learn little things like that, like what the connectors mean, what the tenses are, past, present, and future tense, and we just need to learn more words. Once we start to learn words, then we'll be able to communicate in a sentence. We'll be like, we learn how to identify what we're reading by learning the connectors. And when I say connectors, I'm not talking about these type of connectors, like what you would call a smiley face, or what looks like a smiley face or a frowny face. I'm talking about the letters at the end or beginning of a root word. Ha, which means she, or is feminine, or maybe a part of the root word. But when it falls at the end of a root word, it's she or her, right? When ha is at the beginning of a root word, it means the. It means the. So just things like that. We learn how to identify what we're reading. And blank word something. And blank word something. And he did this. And she something. We learning how to communicate. We just need to learn more words. If we knew more words, then we would be able to use what we're learning and apply it to each word, tense. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we're going to get into the lesson. While you putting those up, right, on the board, I'm going to pull this up on the screen for everybody that's online and in the class physically to see. All right? So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to pull this up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go here. Also, too, type in your questions as well. We're going to answer any questions you got. I prefer myself to answer the Hebrew questions, since this is the Hebrew class. We got all week to ask any scriptural questions. But if you got a scriptural question, bring it on. We'll answer it. That's no sweat. I would just like to, stick to the Hebrew. You know what I mean? Like, to answer any questions in the Hebrew, because brothers and sisters got the same amount of questions for the Hebrew as they do for the scriptures. You understand? So it would be better just to get them on the Hebrew class on Friday. Because if you ask it during a Thursday class or during a Monday class, the general will answer it, but he'll also tell you, you should ask that on a Friday. The brothers will bring it down to you on a Friday. You know what I mean? So with that being said, please come with any Hebrew questions that y'all need, anything y'all need answers with, anything you having trouble with, anything you don't understand. We'll break it down for you. All right. Shout out to everybody online. All right. Let's get it. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I don't see no questions yet. So what I am going to do is connect this real quick. I'm gonna share the screen, y'all, so y'all can actually I'll share the screen, but I won't bring it up till later. I'll let Abad just do that so y'all can get everything he's doing and copy it. All right. Shalom to everybody that's online. So now we in lesson. Maybe I can try and do it this way too. Maybe keep us down. Nah, I don't want to do it that way. Here we go. Make that smaller and still keep it a nice size up there. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you to where we at. We are on page, I forget, was it 43? Yeah, because this is lesson 14, so we might have been on page 43. All right. All right, so yeah, we right around there. Might be page 53, if I ain't mistaken. So this is what we're doing now. So we actually right here where I'm scrolling up at is actually what we're about to do. All right, this is called the what they call the review and drill. All right, you can see it right here. So this was the end of lesson 12 where we at right now, which was 12 and 5 and all that, 12.6. That was the end of it. This was the assignment right here that we did. I believe like 2 weeks back. And then we went on to do the review and drill. So here's what we're going to be doing now, okay? Because I believe we did a few of these. Where did we do? All right, yeah, this is what we went to get to last week. We just didn't get a chance to do it. So what we're going to be doing is this right here, this exercise, the review and drill for lesson 12. All right. So I'm gonna take this off the screen, let y'all copy these words down. And once our buy is done, then we'll get it. Big shout out to all priest and officer Yashamar, Mashamar Salakia, Mashamar Ayash. What's going on, warrior man? Stay safe. Lord be with you up. You know what I mean? Strong soldier in the Hebrew Academy. Let's get it. All right. So the first word he put up there is kamash, right? Or kamasha, which is the feminine form of kamash. Kamash means 5. Says it right here. But this is the feminine form, which is why he put the F on it, and you see it has a high at the end. Kamasha. Kamasha. Alright? Kamasha. Everything, every character is has an I at the end of it. This, ma, da, cha, ta. The only one that doesn't have a I at the end of it is I, which is this character right here, which looks like an O, but it's I. So chamasha is 5 in feminine. All right, it's the feminine for 5. Tawab, we already know tawab. Tawab means good. All right, they put right here an N for noun, used as a noun, meaning benefit. All right, but tawab means good. Tawab also, and it has it right here, good, pleasant as an adjective, right? So good, pleasant. Here goes sabayab. Sabayab means roundabout, a circuit, or surrounding. All right? Sabayab. Sabayab. Roundabout, circuit, surrounding. I give I bow the hand. All right? Most High in Christ. I bow the water to you. Putting these words up on the board. So we're going to start. Y'all going to get a chance to copy all these words down. With that being said, boom, boom, boom. Oh, let me go over here. This in case y'all can't see this. This is Barak. We already know what Barak means. Barak means blessed. The oppressor also says it means heal, or I mean not heal, heal. That's what the oppressor says. I can understand a little bit, but not exactly. So some of the things the oppressor put is just his understanding of it. But Barak means blessed. All right. Now, for a slang, it could mean to kneel. All right, like meaning to kneel before the Lord. You know what I mean? Be asking the Lord to bless you. It could be used as that. I can see it being a Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, so-called Israelite, right? I can see how in slang it could be used as that. But I wouldn't go off of that personally. Barak means blessed. It could be used as here. Okay, Kali. All right, Kali. Kali means vessel, utensil, article of general sort, right? Now, this is what the oppressor is saying, right? Vessel, utensil, article of general sort, right? I believe this is Goliath, right here. Goliath. Salafi. Because Kyle is all, and Yah will be all mine, right? Okay. But I just actually looked up the word Kalaya not too long ago. All right, Kalaya. Kalaya, and was struck, with my memory. It jogged my memory was the word vessel. All right, because Kalaya is also a jewel, right? A jewel. All right, it's also a jewel. Let me fix that. So I'm gonna put this on here too. Y'all can have it. It's also a jewel or a jewelry. All right. Try to put it over here a little bit. Put it right under it. How you spell jewelry, y'all? I always forget. Anybody remember? Y'all type it in. It's a lot. I think I done jammed that up. Jewel or jewelry? Somebody look that up for me. Jewelry. I always forget. Is it Jewelry? It's like, who gives a damn about Esau, right? And his correct spelling. Jewel and jewelry. Once somebody pulls it up, y'all can type it in as well too. Because right now I can never remember. Is it jewelry or jewelry? It's a lot, y'all. That one always get me. All right, y'all feel free to type it in. So y'all go ahead and copy those words, and then we're gonna get into the lesson. All right. We're gonna get into the lesson. You got it, Isupk? Yeah. The jewelry or jewel, how to spell it? I was just trying to say, if anybody has it, y'all can type it in now. So we'll get to the lesson, all right? Hey, you got it? What is it? Jewelry. I figured that. I believe it's like jewelry. That's what always messed me up. It's jewelry. But Israelites, we say jewelry. Which is always jams me up. Go ahead.
The pronunciation will be Kalaya.
Yeah, Kalaya. That's the actual word, Kalaya. Yes, if you could. Here goes the marker right here. Kalaya. All right. Now, we're going to get into the lesson. So once I give y'all a second to fix. Once I fixes that, we're going to bring the lesson up. We're going to go into it. All right. The Biblical Hebrew text and workbook on chapter 13. I keep saying 13. Chapter 12, the review and drill. All right. So once we get into that, now everybody should pretty much have most of these words down by now. That for Kalaya, it says vessel, it says utensil, article of a general sort, jewel or jewelry. And jewel or jewelry is before vessel and utensil and all that. I know it's last on the board, but it goes before that. That's like the meaning before the vessel, utensil, article of general sort. That article of general sort should be last. All right. So everybody should pretty much have that down by now. And if not, you can just rewind the tape if you need to. We're gonna pull up the lesson real quick. Put it on the side. Boom, boom. Let me see. Let's take a look. I don't know if y'all can even see this. Let me see. Let me just pull it up on the screen. See how it looks. See if anybody can read it. All right, yeah. So you can't read it yet. So I might as well pull it up. I believe everybody got the words off the board. So now we're gonna get into the lesson, right? Boom, boom, boom. Hold on. Let me switch this. I believe I can put us down here. There we go. That's perfect. All right. Now, so it says referring to the lesson if necessary, write the qual prefix for the Vav conservative 3MSG, which is third person masculine singular, and third person masculine plural for each of these verbs, right? The qual, can you hand me the book? The qual is something that is just one of the ways Esau classifies our slang. We don't actually get into none of that Yiddish. All that qual garbage, that's all Yiddish. That's just Esau classifying our slang on how we talk. All right. But I will tell you what a qual is since he put it up there. I'll just tell you what it is, right? This is a qual right here. All right, on lesson 1.4, it says STEM indicates whether there has been some change in the basic meaning of the root. Now, I'm reading this out the book. All right, I'll come around to the mic and to the screen and read it out the book. Just so y'all can see, because I got the lesson up on the board. It says STEM indicates whether there has been a change in the basic meaning of the root, meaning of the root word. Each of those root words that you see up there, Amar, Halak, all right, things like that. Hey, Lord in Christ. It says variations of the basic meaning are indicated by additions to the root. When there are no additional letters or other indicators, the meaning is as closest to the root. This is the case here. You can only find the Vav conservative and the Wa and Ya pronoun. Only the root is left. The name of this basic augmented stem is qual. You may write qual in the stem column. Now, they just said all that garbage, but really they was just talking about the Y in the beginning of the root word and the Ya at the end. And it was in the word Waya Amar. But that was in lesson 1.4. And we in lesson 12 at the doing the drill and review, which is why I didn't pull it up in the screen, because it's just way too far back and it means nothing to us any damn way. Really, they was talking about two characters, Wa and Ya. That was it. Y and Ya at the beginning of a root word, that was it. It wasn't even talking about anything else. All right, so with that being said, it really didn't matter what the hell they was talking about. So what we're going to do here on this screen with these letters, what they really want us to do is write third person masculine singular and make it third person masculine plural. All right. Now, with that being said, Bob, can you erase the board, Bubba Kushaw? And we're going to do this exercise on the board. First one we're going to do is Amar. Then we're going to do Halak, then Shemai, Bawa'ah, Nathan, Yedai, Ra'ah, Yataza'ah. All right. We'll just do those very quickly as an exercise. This should be easy. We're just changing it to masculine plural. All right. The water, Vanessa, I see you put that up there. All right. Shalom. Boom, boom, boom. For war, what's going on? What's going on, Doc? Shalom to everybody out there online. So now, what we're going to do is, we're going to do the first three. Amar, Halak, and Shemai. And what they want to see is third person masculine singular and third person masculine plural for each verb. All right? So, put it up on the board. You also have it on the screen right here, just in case you need to see. Okay. So matter of fact, let me switch this around and make it the other way again. No, not like that. Let me see. Perfect. That might be better. That's pretty good. All right, so now we're just gonna do each one. Matt, now don't do nothing. Just put the regular word. Just put the regular word. No, that's good. That's good. I thought you was about to do something else. My bad. I thought you was about to give them the answers. All right. So all we're gonna do is make each of these words third person masculine singular or third person masculine plural. That's all we're gonna do is either make it masculine plural or masculine singular, but in the third person. Now remember, first person, when you're speaking in first person, you're saying, I had a dream. I have dreamed. Right? Second person is, you had a dream, Martin Luther King, and it didn't come true. But you had a damn dream. It was a wet dream, more than a real dream. But you had a goddamn dream. Third person, plural. Third person, plural, or singular. Well, third person singular would be, he had a dream. It never came to F true, but he had a dream. All right? He realized that he joined us to a burning house. That would be third person masculine singular, right? So first person, so third person singular is he. Third person plural is they. They had a dream. All right. So once again, first person is I. That's first person singular. It can only be singular because you're talking about yourself. Second person singular is you. Second person plural would be y'all. Third person singular is he or she. Third person plural is they, them. Them niggas did it. They robbed her, the snitch form. All right? They did it. Those guys, those girls, that's third person plural. Go ahead.
First person plural can be we.
Yeah, first, that is a good point. First person plural could be we. We went to the store. Where did y'all go? We went to the store. I bought or not. We went to the store. So what I bought. All right, so now let's get it. So we're going to put up on the board. Oh, damn, so lock it. Put the wrong thing up there. So let's go ahead and do the lesson, all right? With that being said, so first person masculine singular for Amar. Somebody type in what the word Amar means. You should know it by now. All right, I see a war. You typing it in for your brothers and sisters, Most High in Christ. But that's Shammai. All right. Put up what Amar means. Let's see what Amar means. And everybody should know this. This should be pretty easy by now. Go ahead, Ibot.
I want to say to say.
Yeah, give Ibot a hand. Amar means say. All right. Give your hand. So with that being said, Amar, third person masculine, they want us to put say. But what's third person masculine singular? Remember, first person, you or we. We did it. I did it. So like first person is I did it or we did it, right? Second person is you did it or y'all did it, right? One is singular, one is plural, all right? Third person is he did it, she did it, or they did it. That would be plural. So they want third person masculine singular and then third person masculine plural for the word say. Amar means say. All right? So this is what it means. Say, our brother Officer Award gave us Shammai, which means hear or listen. Right? Hear or listen. What does halak mean? Anybody remember? Y'all can type it in. What does halak mean? Abba, you should know this one. I gave you this example the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Halak means go or walk. Alright? So we'll put walk. It means walk first. That's what it means. Actually means walk. It means secondarily means go. Alright? So now we gotta make this third person plural and third person singular. Alright? So with that being said, let's somebody give me an example of say third person singular. Or you can give me an example of any one of these. Y'all can type it in, however you want to do it. All right? Give me an example. So there we go. All right. Ban Yahawada, walk. Damn right, Bun Yahweh. Lana Wahalak. All right, Most High in Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. That's Hawar. You gotta let me know what you're trying to do though. See, nope. Hawar. I see where you're going with it. You got Lanawa Amor, or Lanawa Amor, or Lanawa Halak. That's not correct, Hawar. I see where you're going, but it ain't correct. I see where you're trying to go with it. I gotta give you a hand for knowing it. They walk. Nah, it's not Lanawa Halak. So we know we got the root word, right? The root word is Halak. We know that for sure, right? For this one, Halak. We got that. You know that's the root word, Halak, which means walk. But we gotta put this in third person singular or third person plural. Let's do third person singular first. Let's put he walked. How do we write he said? Amar. How do we write he said? It is the root word Amar. It is the root word Shemai. But how do we say he walked? How do we say she walked? Give me an example of either one of these. I'll give it to you for time's sake, right? See, it get rough. It get rough when you gotta go to that memory of what you learned and what you've been studying. That's when the class is a little bit harder because you might not remember. But I'll give it to you, right? So what is Yah at the beginning of a root word? I want to say this is say, right? I want to do he said or she said. Which one should we do? He or she? All right, shalom. Anthony, 2019, shalom to you all. So, let's see. He or she. So let's do she, because we always do he. Let's do she said, all right? But how would you turn this into she said? How would you turn it into she said? Anybody know? All right, there we go. Yahalak. Yahalak is what? Tell me what it means. Oh, okay, tell me what it means. Yahalak, that's a good example. So we're going to do Yahalak for this example right here. But now you got to tell your brothers and sisters what we just did. So you got to type it in. I'm going to move Amar over just a little bit. We're going to do she. We're doing she for Amar. We're doing she said. So we got to change it. Something got to happen to make it she said. All right. So, Vil knows it all. Damn right. Yah is he. So Yah or Ha is not he. Yah is he. So you got that one right. Yah is he, but not Yah or Ha. So he walked. Here we go. So Danisha Jones said Yah Halak. All right. Which means he walked. All right. Hawar, you still ain't with us, man. You got Yash Amar. La'ah. All right. So we got Yahalak. Now, Danisha Jones, you on point, sis. All right, you got Ha'amar. Well, okay, Ha'amar is not, she said. You was off with that one. You close. You gotta figure it out. You gotta work with it again, but this one is right. Yahalak meaning he. Yah at the beginning of a root word means he. These are the types of connectors I was talking about in the beginning. Right. Remember, I wasn't talking about smiley, smiley face, frowny face, smiley face, frowny face. Now, that's not what they call, but this is what they look like. I'm not talking about those connectors. They're actually called singular plural. Singular connector because it tells you that this letter or character is pronounced by itself. It's singular. Yah, ha, and then lock. Because this is la, this is ka. Whatever is being connected to loses the I at the end of it. So this is la, this is ka. But since they're connected, the ka, the thing that's being connected to, loses the I at the end of it. So ha, lock. Remember, Hebrew goes from right to left. It goes from here that way. So Yaha lock. Alright? Now, with that being said, he. Yah is he. Allah is walk. He walked. Right? He walked. This also means went. Salaki as well. It means go or went. If I wanted to say he went, it would be Yahalak. It would still be the same thing. Now, this one right here, nobody got. How do we say she said? We got he walked. Then we got she said. The sister put ha amar. Nope, that's not it. Go ahead, Ibot.
Taking a stab at it would be ha amar.
Nope. It would be amara. 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 Alright? Amara. Amara. This is she. The ha at the end is she. And then said. She said. Remember I told you, I gave this to you in the beginning. The Lord speaks to us in feminine, which is a ha at the end.
Right.
See, here's the thing. If you don't study this, you will definitely lose Hebrew quicker than the scripture. You lose the scripture in about 6 months, maybe 2-3 months. If you knew about 2 months, it'll go away from you. You'll forget the scripture. And you've been in there for a minute. I say 3-4 months, 6 months without studying. Maybe a year, maybe even a year without studying, you'll lose it. I say a year at the max without studying. Not unless you like the generals or something. They've been in here for a minute. So it's just repeated. But if you know what I mean, a short time, not as long as them, it's going to go. With this Hebrew, 2 months, you're going to forget it all damn thing. 1 month, shit, 1 month. 1 month from now, you are not going to remember this if you don't study. So now, we got the last one is Shammai, which means here. So we got Amara, she said. Yahalak, he walked. Shammai, which means hear or listen. Which one we going to do? She listened, he listened? Huh? She listened, he listened. We ain't get to the plurals yet. We just doing singular. Hey, no sweat, sis. It's all good. You was definitely on point, though. Go ahead, I5.
Let's do she listen. I won't say how we pronounce.
All right, so you want to see she listen, right? Shema. Y'all hear it. Y'all see this every time y'all read the Sabbath service, the Hebrew. Shah. So let's do this. This is Shah. This is Ma. This is I. And then this is Ha, right? But the Ha loses the I at the end of it. So it's just I and then I, because it has no I then. I. Shama. Because instead, if not, it would be Shama Ha. Right? But it wouldn't be connected. So it's Shama with a slight accent to it. See, if y'all ain't from Philly, y'all don't see them fake Muslims trying to pronounce everything in Arabic to the T. You'd be like, dog, listen, we ain't going for that. You out here smoking a cigarette. You is not to preach the Al-Fati out of me, brother. I don't want to hear it. Goddamn, I think I didn't. You're selling crack. You gonna try to sell crack and be the E-man? Just chill. So so if y'all ain't in Philly, y'all miss how the Muslims be hashing and all that garbage and Rahman Rahim. That's how they are in Philly. While they smoking a effing cigarette. All right. While they smoking a effing cigarette with a kufi on their head. They be drawing in Philly. They need to relax. Y'all not real Muslims. Just chill. The Arabs is real Muslims. And the Arabs ain't really looking for no nigga Muslims either. Go ahead. For no stepson nigga Muslims. Go ahead.
If I could, you know what I'm saying? I moved to Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? So when I came back as an adult, I got to observe the Muslims, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on. I already knew about the truth. I came here shortly after I came here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just what you bringing out is heavy because it's they try to be they wholly following after the damn Arabs and be wicked as hell. As you was speaking, I was trying my hardest not to just blaze on the Muslims. Blaze on the Muslims segment of the classroom for 45 minutes, because they deserve it. It's a lot.
No, go ahead, man. Jeez. I'll put the pronunciation up here while you're going. Salaki, Isupk, so they can know how to pronounce it. But man, please elaborate a little bit more, Salaki, on what you mean for somebody that has not been to Philly.
If I could, you know what I'm saying, when you deal with the black Muslims, in here, we got a set of rules. In there, they got a set of traditions following out the Arabs with damn near little to no rules for the majority of them. You know what I'm saying? So to where it's really every man for himself. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really have that brotherhood like I said here. They don't really understand even what they read. They don't know what the hell they talking about. I get to telling a brother, you know what I'm saying, that the Arabic come from the Hebrew. He no, it's not. I'm like, how do you know that when you just said you don't know the Hebrew? You see what I'm saying? Yep. Right.
They don't know Hebrew, but I mean, or Arabic, and they will try to tell you what the hell is going on. Nah, you can't. Be like, oh. You are not an Arab, man. Just relax, bro.
Right.
You're not an Arab. He don't even care for you. He don't want you. He don't want his stepson, nigga son, his step nigga son, an Arab Muslim wannabe. He don't want an orphan. He actually don't want any more Muhammads in Islam. They ain't looking for no more Muhammads, by the way. All right, they had enough orphans where they at. They good. And I hate to see, here's the thing, we ain't coming at Israelites, no, I'm good, that believe in Islam, right? Because that's what you are. You're an Israelite that believes in Islam, that's calling yourself a Muslim, that also call yourself an African American and then black sometimes. And you know what I mean? Or Latino Muslim Israelite. You lost, man. We are lost. So with that being said, we ain't coming at our people. I'm down in the religion of Islam. It's trash. It's not even real. It's just like a comic book. It's a fairy tale. Muhammad was an orphan. He couldn't even read or write. So how the hell did he even, you know what I mean? Couldn't read or write at all. So and he said he got his stuff, he remembered in his heart, the Quran, that he learned from Israelites. I mean, just ask Siri, ask Alexa, ask one of them bros. They know. Ask Google, whoever. Ask Amazon. Amazon will tell you. Go get some books off Amazon. Just do something besides get high and bang your head on the goddamn ground. It's out there. It ain't. This knowledge is out there, man. Islam is not real, and Muhammad. And in the Quran, it says Allah loves Israel. In the goddamn Quran itself, it says Allah loves Israel. Now, why in the hell would I worship your God and your God love my God more than he love you? I mean, that don't make sense. I just, I just get that on up. You know what I mean? If the Bible said, I love Arabs, and didn't mention anything about loving me, then what the hell am I doing this for? Yeah, I'm an Israelite, but God got holy Arabs. But I'm not holy at all. But like, come on, man. I got to be a second-class citizen in my own book.
Right.
Arabs are second-class citizens to their own book. Allah love Israel. And I don't see how the damn rock in the box could love any effing body, but still.
Right.
Salaki, yo. We're going to keep on going. That was just a good example. So it's Shama'ai. Shama'ai. Got to pronounce that little, as if he's about to say ha. That you got to pronounce that. I. That's Middle Eastern. That's Eden. That's Jerusalem. That's Benjamin. That's Manasseh. All right, Asher, Issachar, Balawan, Ephraim. That's us. Shammai. You see that? You know what? The fake Jew tries to do that. And all that. They try to put their little spin on it. They try. They do. It's just not that good. But that's how you say it. So we got the singular. All of these were masculine singular. All right? They were what you call third person, right? Masculine singular. All right? Or what they would call the 3MSG. Third person masculine singular. That's what we just went over, right? Third person masculine singular. Now, let's get, I'm going to erase this, right? Now, we know what they mean, so I can erase all of this right here. You know what they mean. But now, what we're going to do is take you back to the root verb, and you're going to tell me how to make it third person masculine plural. That's all we're going to do. If you just learned Hebrew, I probably just blew your mind when I erased all of that. You're like, God damn, I can't remember a damn thing. It can go away that fast. So now, let's make it third person masculine plural. Third person feminine plural. Salaki, I know I put masculine up there. We did masculine and feminine. Because we did she said, we did he walked, and I believe we did she heard. So we did third person masculine singular and third person feminine singular. Now we're going to do third person feminine plural, and then we're going to do third person masculine plural. All right, so somebody, let's go. How do we change it now to make it third person masculine plural? Go ahead.
At the yum.
Nope. I wouldn't say yum. Not yum. Who could? That is a form of it, but that's just not the way it's used in this one. You could, but it wouldn't be correct for this. It's not the right way to use it in this case. Go ahead. The Wanaya? All right, give up out of here. Now, what does Wanaya mean? Dead, in my hand. That's what it means. So, I give you a hand slide. So, which one we going to use? You want to do Amar? That's perfect. So, Ya, Amar, Wa. Whenever you see a Ya at the beginning and a Y at the end, it means they. They said, or they did something. Means they. Whenever you see these two, Ya at the beginning, Y at the end, means they. I'll step out of the way for a minute. It means they. they something. They ran, they walked, they did this. A war put thumb. Thumb is cool. But is it third person masculine? Like it has to be third person. Plural. They, them. Is it they masculine or is it they feminine? So you gotta think about what we're saying. We're not, think about it. When we say Imad means to stand. We say Imadium. That means stand. Are we saying they stand with Imadium? When we say Yahweh Shemi Al Shabrak, a thumb, are we saying the Most High in Christ, in the name of Christ, bless them? Thumb is you, plural. Masculine, plural. Imad Yum, masculine, plural. We're not saying you stand. We're not saying they stand. We're just saying stand, plural. In this case, you have to do it third person, masculine, plural. Third person would be they, just like we got here. They said. So, like, let me move this over. You can't see the said very well. All right, now move this arrow down a little bit too. But what are we actually saying? What are we saying? It has to be third person, masculine, plural. So we got they said, and let me put how you pronounce it. Yah, Amar. Yah, Amar, Wah. Remember that Yah at the beginning and Y at the end, it means they. Yah at the beginning, Y at the end. Remember that. And sometimes you're going to just see Y at the end. Even though Y at the end of the root word means him. Remember, we write and speak slang. You'll be saying they, be like, well, damn, that was a Y at the end. Don't that mean him? Well, maybe we write slang. Yeah, that's how it is. Negro, spit, wetback. It's our language. It's how we do it. And self-explanatory. Go ahead, Bob.
What will happen if you accidentally you switch the wax, and you put the Y in front of the I, and it would change the.
It would change it. If you was to switch these two, right? So Y at the beginning, it just means and. And then the Yah at the end is masculine plural. Masculine plural is Yah. And we went over that. Think about it. Ban Yah, Yasha Allah. How the hell does that mean children of Israel? Wouldn't it mean my son Israel? Because Yah at the end of a root word is mine. Wouldn't that be my son Israel? Yah is also masculine plural. Yah is a connector. There's another connector. It is masculine plural. It also means he at the beginning of a root word. And it means my at the end of a root word. Me or my. So Yah is a connector. And it also is just used as a connector. To connect the subject to the preposition, or the preposition to something. I always forget. Which is why we got Ya'ala. Ya'ala. You know what I mean? Yah something. You know what I mean? Alahai Yakum. Well, so like not that one. Alahai is a word that means God or power. Come at the end is your, plural. What's another one that we always use? I forget. So like I can't get it off the top of my head, but y'all is connected. Alright? Now, with that being said, so that was the answer to that, just to answer your question. But now we gotta do a lot. I'm gonna check what y'all saying in the comments and see if anybody put anything up here on the board. So the last thing that Award put up was thumb, right? But that's you, plural, which is second person, plural. We need third person plural. So we did he. Oh well, we did they said, right? And this one is pretty much feminine and masculine, right? How do we do they walked? But it's feminine. How do we do that? They, feminine plural. Yep. Oh man, Cat called me. Hold on, let me see. I think I might have missed it. Go ahead, take a shot at it, iBot. Face notes, right? La'a, sir. La'a, good. Yeah, I'm still gonna do it today. Okay. From the little FedEx spot. Come on, so you said 4 copies, right? Come on, come. No sense. All right, go on, Locky. I had to take that. Go ahead.
Y'all at the beginning and Waf at the end.
Y'all at the beginning and Waf at the end. Let me check you out. I'll let you know. And you saying they, right? You said Waf at the end? Nah, La'a. Nope. Somebody type it in. I'll give you one, right? To make it specifically feminine. Okay. Halak. So Yahalakwa Hawar is good. We just actually did that over here, right? All right, so wait a minute. They wanted, before we do the feminine, right? They wanted they masculine plural. So Hawar, that's correct, because they wanted they masculine plural. They actually didn't ask for feminine, but I asked for feminine. Now, I'll just give it to you just because the lesson didn't ask for it, right? Go ahead.
It's not just y'all and Waf.
Say, no, Yah and Y is good. I asked for a different way. Because this is they. And I was saying that this could be masculine or feminine, right? But I was asking for a specific feminine. So,
Would it be con?
how about we do this? This is for the class sake, right? We'll just stick with this. Because I don't want to confuse anybody that's new. So let's just be safe and just stick with this. They walk, right? Because I was going to give you another way to do it that is the same, but I don't want to jam you up in your brain. All right? So we're going to do Yah, Halakwa. Just like what Hawar put up there. Because learning too much too soon could, make things just a lot less more simple than it should be. Same thing with Shemai, right? Shemai. Yah, Shemai. Let's just stick with that, right? They heard. Or they listened, right? And this is Yah, Shemai. This so we can keep on going in the lesson because we got a lot to do. All right? I'll just keep it simple. Because that's what they asked for. You can't go wrong with that. That's that. All right? I don't want to confuse nobody because I was going to give you hun and hum. All right? Remember, hum is them. It could also be a slang for they or their, which is usually them or their. They is mainly Yah with the Y at the end, or just Y at the end. They It's like universal, right? Or what they, I hate saying unisex, but universal. All right. No, it's no ha at the end. And you could have used hun, but that would have been for their. No ha at the beginning. What I was going to give you is mainly used for them. They and them is two different ones. Just like now, them and their share the same connector. It's hum or hun. Their house, hum, is men. Their house, women, hun. Bayath, hun. Might be bayath yahum or bayath yahun with the yah. All right. Boom, boom, boom. No, I believe it's just bayath hun and bayath hun, right? What else? Their house. What else? Them something, right? Or hit them, or smoke them. All right. So, but like I said, that would confuse it a lot, and I don't want to do that. That might just be too much, just a little too soon for everybody. All right. Trust me, we got a whole lot more lessons to go through in this book, and we'll get into all of that to where everybody's pretty much on the same page. All right. So now let's keep going. We did those first three. Now we're just going to move on to the next part. All right, because this is the same thing for all of them. All right, it says these verb forms at Salaki. Let me pull this back up. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's pull this back up right quick. Boom. And where we at? So they wanted us to do all those, but it's literally the same. It's not going to change. These verb forms are at the top of this list in frequency and are the key to analyzing most of the other regular and irregular prefix form. Right? It says memorize them. Right? Now notice what they talking about Yiddish. Because remember what I just said, what we just did on this board, that's literally like the only real way to do them. Besides the slang that I was going to give you. Don't put the wrong one up. Besides the slang that I was going to give you. We ain't ready for that yet. All right. Israel, our slang is Harvard and Yale status. We very intelligent with slang. All right. And we understand. It's so simple to us. But this is a Yale college course. I don't think y'all know that. This is English. This is Hebrew 101 in Yale. This book right here. It's $100 because it's in Yale. Now, it wasn't that much back, of course, the oppressor is the devil, but this is a Yale 101 Hebrew course. Or really, in reality, a Yiddish course. Not Hebrew, but Yiddish. But this is Yale 101, all right? Our slang is scholarly, is it's college status. Alumni and all that garbage, right? So now let's go on to the next one. So what they were saying is these are used in the most frequent. So Amar, then Halak, then Shemai, then Bawa'ah, then Nathan, Yadai, Ra'ah, Yataza'ah. Say, walked or went, heard or listened, come, enter into, enter. Nathan, give, Yadai, know, Ra'ah is see. No, Salaki is Ra'ah, see. Yes, Ra'ah is see. All right. Yataza'ah, go forth or go out. All right. Now, with that being said, these verb forms, all right, so we just read that. And remember, the qual is the Yiddish garbage. It really makes no difference. It just is without the little dots in it, Salaki. So, damn, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. I'm over here saying the damn thing. Y'all can't even see it. Salaki. My bad, y'all. All right, so I'll just go over it again because it's the same damn thing. I'll just say it again. Amar means say, halak means walk. So say or said is Amar, Halak is walk or go. Shemai is heard or listen or hearken in Old Quicker English, which means to hear. All right. Bawa'ah, to go, come, enter in. All right. Nathan, give. Yadai, no. Ra'ah, see. Yataza'ah is to go forth, to go out, to be brought forth, to be brought out also. All right. So now let's go on to the next. It says, write the qual effects, meaning write the basic root effects. Third person masculine singular, and third person, I forget what this is, plural. All right. For the following verbs. If needed, if you need help for the third person masculine singular, see lesson 4.2a. For the 3C, see lesson 8.1c, 8.1c. The qual, which is literally the basic meaning,
Right.
which they call in qual effects, these devils. But the basic meaning is much more regular than the prefix. We understand that. See how much sense that made when you just put it in regular, not stupid, idiot, Edomite language. The basic meaning is much more regular than the prefix. I would guess so. All you need here are the two sample forms listed to obtain the vowel pattern. Once again, vowel changes with these little dots. That's all Yiddish is little dots to change the pronunciation of these words. Go ahead, Astawak.
If I could, you can make that bigger on the screen.
Oh, so you can see it in here? It's a lot, yeah.
So if I could, they what this is saying, what that just was explaining was we don't need that.
Say it again.
We don't need that.
We don't need these little dots over here.
Right. Because we read the regular Hebrew, so
Yeah. So remember, y'all, this book is teaching Yiddish. That's why I said it's a 101 Yiddish course. Even though the book say Hebrew, is really a 101 Yiddish. And a Yale 101 Yiddish course. They talking about Vive, conservative, and qual effects, and peel, and all that. Like, bro, would you just stop trying to classify how niggas talk? How wetbacks talk, how spicks talk. We talk different because we're holy. We separate. Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what all that is. Like, what is the qual effects?
Qual effects is the basic form. I don't want to say basic form. That's Edomite. The basic meaning.
Right.
You see how much sense that made in nigga talk?
So like for us that'll mean like what it say in general versus the other things it can mean.
Yes, the general meaning of a floor.
Right.
Of ceiling. But then you got Little Wayne, no ceilings.
Right.
Which is a whole slang term for something else.
Right.
But it still means to not have a roof.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how our slang is. Our slang is very intricate.
Right.
It is Yale 101. I paid $60,000 for this semester. And that's how important our slang is. That's how holy our language is. All right. So these little dots just change the vowel pattern, so we can keep moving on. All right. They asked for third person masculine singular. It is the same damn thing. All right. The only thing that's going to change it is this 3C garbage. And we can go up to chapter 8. Where we at in verse? We at in 12. So 8 is right about right here, right? 8.1c. Here we go. 8.1a. So let's go down a bit and see what the hell they was talking about. This to give every. Oh wait, that's 8.7. Hold on. 8.1c. Where we at? 8.1e. 8.1d. This is 8.1c right here. All right. So it's talking about why with a dot in it. Literally, I have to say that because that's literally what the hell they talking about. Talking about why with a dot in it. Literally. All right. So why with a dot in it is a plural verb ending, right? And why with a dot in it rarely ends anything except a verb form. Now they talk about literally to us, what it's actually saying is why at the end of a root word is plural.
Right.
Remember I was saying, I told you why is at the end of a root word means him. So let me bring us back up. Because remember, now they about to break, they actually just breaking down literally what we just said, what I just said before. And I'll put this small right here, right? So I'm going to erase some of this. You already pretty much got this, right? So this is what they're talking about. Remember when I when he said, Yah at the beginning of a root word. So here goes Amar, what we just worked on, right? Yah, Amar. And then Y at the end, which means they, right? This one right here and that one right here means they, right? What it's about to break down to you is blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, so-called, this still means they, without no Yah. No Yah, this is still they said. Right. That's what Esau is about to break down. Now, you see how easy I just said that? Now, let's just watch all the extra little wording Edomite does. I don't know if he do it to make himself feel good, to make him feel smart, but it's dumb. Ever met a smart, dumb nigga like who said that? Cat Williams? He's a smart, dumb nigga, man. You get high and now you want to talk about how, and that's Esau, man. Right. Like, why would you say all that just to say this? Right. That this character, which is A-Y, this character is Y. At the end of a root word, it still means they. Even though the basic meaning for it is him. Right. The basic meaning for it is him. Right? But how do you know that this right here is saying they said instead of him? So first off, it wouldn't be him said. We're not kids. We're not babies. Like him said this, mommy. Him did that to me, daddy. Like, we're not babies. So this is how you know it's not saying him, because there's no him said anything. Ain't no said him. Like, there is no, and Ezekiel broke down the book, said him. There's none of that. There's no go to the mountain, said him. You know what I mean? It's always he said go to the mountain. Alright? There's no go to the mountain, said he. We never read that. Right. And that's not old Quaker English. That's TV, mocking old Quaker English. Right. Now, this is how you know if it was saying him. Amar, Lawa. What does La mean? At the beginning of a root word. Go ahead. Two. Amar, Lawa. To him. That's what La means. And this is a new word. This is him. These all have word meanings. Said to him. All one word. That's slang. That's very intricate. So like I've been saying intricate like 15 times. God damn it. I feel like I'm Esau. Jeez. That's that's different. That's different. That's what Israelites say. You say that's different. Go ahead. But a lot of the end of the word. Right, but it's in front of this word. Oh, okay. It's in front of him. Okay. So it's said to him. It's all one word, which is why Esau had to classify this. Esau had to classify things like that with Paul and Hill and Qual and Nifal and Kael and Hifal. He had to, and Bob conservative and all that garbage that he didn't do. So it's literally said to him. One word. All one word. A Marlowe said to him. Right? Yep. Alright, so now let's keep going. I think I broke down that pretty much. Can you erase the board to our bot? I'm gonna you can sit this back up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hold this in my hand. So when we need it, we can use it. Go ahead. Oh, Most High in Christ. All right. So we got half hour left. A Sereno. Waya Amar is and he said. Since you right on point, La means two. All right. So we're gonna go back into the lesson, right? So I just came here to show y'all what they were talking about, what they meant with that. What we about to go back to that third person C and then plural, right? So they're about to break it down to us. So now that we did that, it says since this is not a Vav conservative form, and I forgot what the hell they mean by this. I did. I was breaking that down before I forgot, but it don't even matter. All right, the chance that Yah is a part of the root rather than a prefix pronoun is greatly increased. All right. And I forgot, I honestly forget what this is. I would have told y'all, right? I cannot remember what the damn Wav conservative is. I forget. Convert. I keep saying conservative is conversive. Not that it matters. Okay, what consonants are thus left in the prime root? A consonant is just a character. What characters are left in the problem root or in the probable root? All right. So this is 4-2A. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So here we go. It says, what is the stem? I forget what they got us breaking down. Oh, Wayadaiwa was what they had us breaking down previously, right? Wayadaiwa. And it's saying, and knew him. Oh, and they knew, Salaki. And they knew, right? Or and they know. All right, which is why it's breaking, which is why I know I'm going back and forth, but which is why it's talking about why being plural, which is why it's talking about this why at the end being plural, which is why I said they. But now they're breaking down for us how to read it, okay? So here it is. So I'll read it. It says, what is the stem? Stem is yadai, right? That's the root. It said, what is the form? It's third person masculine, right? It says, you will remember that the third person masculine singular affix has no, this affix means meaning. The third person masculine singular meaning has no pronoun element at the end, but that the other pronoun subjects will be written at the end of the meaning of the meanings, right? In this case, the simple ending wa gives us third person plural. We know that. Both masculine and feminine. Like I told you before. Ya at the beginning, Y at the end is both masculine and feminine. Compare this third person common plural meaning form 3C. So third person common plural with third person masculine plural. So third person common plural is no, and then they with Y at the end, meaning they. And here's the regular prefix form, Ya Shamaywa, which is they heard. Ya at the beginning. Now here you go. Remember I told y'all both of these. This is Ya, this is Wa. Ya at the beginning, Y at the end. All right, it means the same thing. It's still the same thing. All right, Ya at the beginning, Y at the end means they. Just Y at the end still means they. Well, welcome to the slang world. Welcome to the world of biblical nigga and spick slang and wetback slang. That Yale University had, you got to pay $60,000 a semester to go to Yale to learn nigga talk. All right. So anyway, let's go back to where we were at. I just wanted to go there for y'all, Salaki, just so we can all be on the same page. All right. Just so y'all can know what they was talking about with all the other bull crap they were saying. All right. Now we ain't even get into all this, but we going to. We probably want to get it next week because we definitely ain't got enough time. We're gonna be able to get into a little bit of it, but not as much. All right, so now this is what they wanted us to do right here. They wanted us to do the third person common plural. All that means is this. Now look, you see all that we just had to go through, right? I'm gonna read it to you again with the real regular understanding. Right? The basic meaning, qualifiers, right? The basic meaning, third person masculine singular and third person common plural for the following words. So what they wanted was third person masculine singular. They want he said. Third person common plural, he want they said. But it's just written different. They want they said without the yah at the beginning. They just want y at the end. That's all. That's all they actually want. So we just went through all that just so they could say, I just want y'all to take the yah from the beginning. The water, we're going to keep on moving, all right? Now it says, if you need help, it told us to go back to 8.1c, which is what we did. The qualifix / the basic meaning is much more regular than the prefix. All you need to know are the two sample forms listed to obtain the vowel pattern. Really, they remember because they're teaching two things here. They're not only teaching nigger slang, but they also teaching nigger slang with these dots in it to change the vowel to make it hasni and all that. Like that's what they're doing. So they gotta. It's dumb. It's stupid. All right, let's keep going. Now that yataza'ah, all right, uses this little thing under here, which we don't care about, under the second root letter, then a minus sign under the damn root letter, and the third person masculine singular. This will be the case for every strong verb whose third root is either a or ha. We don't care because we don't use those, do we? No, we don't. I just want you to see this, Astawat. One looks like a baby T. Like one of these little dots just birthed a T. And then the other one just looks like a minus sign. And all it is the difference between yataza'ah and yatazah. That's it. It makes no difference to us. Because you know why? We will see yatazah or we'll see yataza'ah. So what the hell do it matter to us? Anyway, let's keep on moving.
So, if I could, what's the difference between them two words for us would be what? Like if you wrote it out, what would it look like?
Okay, I forget. One would be like feminine. I believe like because characters can drop off.
That's what I was going to ask. It's because something dropped off to where
right.
Now it's different.
Meaning this ah right here at the end drops off to put ha here. But it depends. It just depends. All right.
So,
go ahead.
If I could too, this is another cut against them fake, you know what I'm saying, on fake Jews, because the Bible said he was going to deliver us a pure language. Now, I don't know if they had the language or whatever they did, but they butchered the hell out of it now, and that's not Hebrew no more, whatever they speak.
Yeah, remember, what year was the Bible written in? The King James 1611 Bible. Somebody type it in. What year did they start translating the King James Bible? Go ahead, Ibot. 1611 is when it came out. I'll take that. The 1611 Bible, y'all can still type it in, but if y'all know, what year did they start translating it? You have to have a 1611 Bible to know this. Go ahead. 1609. He was close. 1608. Give our body a hand. 1608. Said 1609. It was 1608. 1608, they started translating the King James Bible, right? 1608. Black and Hispanic men and whoever the scholars are that a black man, King James, authorized to translate the Bible, paid them, authorized them to translate the Bible, right? That was 1608. What year did slaves come to America? Go ahead. Somebody type it in. What year did slaves come to America? Bill knows it all, says 1604. The King James Version was translated 1608. Go ahead.
Okay, you talking about black?
Now, what year now this is supposed to be Black History Month, right? What year did slaves come to America? First slaves reached the shore of America. Oh, there we go. Isaiah Ward. He got 1618. Bill knows it all. It's 1619 is the correct one. It could be both. You never know these devils. I'll take both answers. 1619, 1618. Which means what? Which means the Bible was being translated while we were in Africa. Which means when we came, now this is what I hate. what the hell I hate about Black History Month. They always just show us pop up on the shore. Getting beat. I'm Toby now. And that's it. I hate that. They don't say what language we spoke.
Right.
And then they just made it seem like as soon as the whip hit us, bam, now nigga, I'm perfect English speaking. Thank you very much, indubitably. You know, that's how they make. I hate that, man. You know how long it took to break that language barrier? Literally, think about it. How long does it take for a race to stop speaking this language? Think about it. 200 years? At least. 100, at least.
Right.
Because what about the baby slaves that was on a goddamn boat? That speak Hebrew?
Right.
That had to learn English? How long did it take us to learn English? As soon as the whip hit us, master, white daddy. Indubitably, let me perm my hair. I hate that about these goddamn. Go ahead, Astawak.
If I could, they would have had to have some type of translator.
You would have to have a translator, but how long did it take for us to literally stop speaking Hebrew? And how long did it take for us to learn English? We just hopped off the boat. Ready to pick cotton, sir. Wet. Oh, yeah, now I speak English. Perm my hair and pick this cotton. That's exactly how the movies make it seem. Like we just landed here, boom. Oscar Robbie Allen. Wop. Oh, I'm sorry. Indubitably, let me go in here, pinky up when I sit my teeth. Thank you, master. I'm going to perm my hair in 50 years. It didn't happen that fast, man. And they just skipped over everything. We were speaking Hebrew while the Bible was being translated, which means it's not hard to translate. How the hell is the Bible tampered with? Nigga, you was speaking Hebrew while it was being translated. You was still in Africa. Like that, I hate that about, and that's where the fake Israelites don't understand.
Right.
You know, you up there not learning Hebrew. People always say, well, how was it translated? What do you mean? I guess Hebrew just stopped being, just completely stopped. But I mean, I guess Christianity was the earliest train. Like, come on, man. It just kills me with the garbage they be coming up with to validate their little corny, wicked points.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's a lot. I'm reading something right now just out of curiosity.
Go ahead.
It's kind of saying like the people that they would have put into slavery too, would have been familiar with other languages and had already been seeing white people around sometimes, and already been familiar with maybe some of their languages from trade back then.
That could have been because English was being spoken, and that's another good point, Astawak, because they make it seem like we didn't know English at all.
Right.
Like I bet you everybody didn't know a full English language.
Right.
I guarantee you we probably knew that stupid Arabic talking to Muhammad. We definitely knew whatever African booty scratcher language that was in Africa, trading with them. When a white man came, they seen them Romans, they like, oh, hell no. The hell is these bastards doing over here?
Right.
But you gotta remember, black people in England speaking English.
Right.
King James. All of the Byzantine Empire.
Right.
Then you had blacks down in Africa that could not go back to Jerusalem. It was occupied. Wars had happened. Do you know how long we was in Africa? 1,500 years, at least. That's what if you look it up, it say at least 1,500 years. Or it might be 1,500 years the max. That's 1,000 plus 500 years.
Right.
Like, that's a long time. It's a lot of generations, man. Did we stop speaking Hebrew and start speaking African? Because we ain't in Jerusalem? I don't think so. Like, man, there's a lot of evil that goes on in during this Black history garbage. They're really just nigga history. And it ain't even the way we say it's Nigger history, not Nigga history.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying, that is a straight up devil talk. You know what I mean? They teach us devil history about us, man. You know what? Astawak, I'm going to honor you every year talking about how I raped your sister. Every year I'm going to make movies about how I raped her. I'm going to say how bad she was raped, how much it hurt, how much I enjoyed it. Every year to honor your sister. That's not honoring us. How the hell is this getting beat honoring Black History Month? Go ahead.
If I could, I seen somebody post earlier, they was mad because, Kanye was like, we need to change it from Black History Month to Black Future Month. And I was like, it's two things what he's saying. We actually
Can you come up to the screen?
Oh, it's a lot.
Go ahead.
It was somebody that was like upset because Kanye was talking about we need to change Black History Month to like Black Future Month. And I'm like, it's two things that he's saying because, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we got to learn from history, but like you were saying, the history that they teach us isn't that helpful to us. It's a teaching of like being enslaved and going against slavery. You see what I'm saying? Something that the first Black person to do this and that. That already make it seem like we was put behind and we was slow to where we like y'all been doing it. Now we the first person to do it to where it's like it's something different. And then with the future part of what he said, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's another thing too because our people don't have solutions. You see what I'm saying? I feel like and hearing the I.S.U.P.K, like him saying that just made it like, you know what I'm saying, more relevant to the point of and here we teach our history and we teach what we're supposed to do in the future. The Bible tells you what we're supposed to be doing in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like it teaches us how to put our community back together and do everything like that to where like I feel like Black History Month, it teach you about here, but it don't help you learn what you really need to know. You know what I'm saying? We still don't know our language. We don't know that we're not the same as everybody in Africa. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much we don't know why they talk about this History Month. We just learning about what we did here, which is always seemed like it's a step behind the European, even though we was ahead of them before. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say.
Dang, give us the walk in. You know what's crazy, man? I want to show y'all this right here in this lesson. This is one of the things that I always talk about right here in this lesson, right? This is the spirit of Esau, right here. If you want to know why we got to go through stupid things and here's dumb, just dumb things about us during Black History Month, things that are not profitable to us at all. Just look at Esau, right? Let's take a look at the oppressor. Let's read this, right? It says, hold on, let me make it giant, in the class so everybody in the physical room can see. All right, and we read this right here. It says, for the bar is a root word, the bar, write the pill prefix. Third person masculine plural, third person masculine singular. And the basic meaning, third person masculine singular, third person common plural, right? Notice these little dots. No dots over here, no dots over here, because this is the basic meaning. This is the basic meaning, right? It says the verb also is used over 1,000 times in the Hebrew Bible, and these are its most frequent forms. Memorize them. Now, remember, it says write the pill prefix. What is a pill? Anybody know? Let's go up. Go ahead.
So, write the pill.
Yep, the pill. P-I-E-L. P-I-E-L. I'm about to give it to you right now. We're in lesson 2.3C. All right? Now, I want y'all to see something, right? Now, this is what we're breaking down. We're breaking down Wayat Dabar, Alahayim, Al Masha, Wayat Amar, Al Yawub. This is a good one for the character Yah, just being used as a connector. Al meaning unto or to. Wa meaning him. To him, unto him. The Yah doesn't even have a meaning, it just connects these two. All right, go ahead. I thought you talking to me. Anya Yahweh. So, Wayat Dabar. And he said, and he spoke, Alahayim, the power. And God spoke in English, right? And God spoke Al Masha to Moses, Waya Amar, and he said, Al Yahweh to him, Anya Yahweh, I am Yahweh. It's another cut to fake Israelites that don't believe the Lord's name is Yahweh. It says, I am Yahweh, Anya Yahweh, right? So we see Waya Dabar. But I want you to notice the dots all right here. Notice these dots. Is a big Esau. He's not there all the way. All right. Notice those dots. Now let's go into it. 2.3c. This leaves the four consonants. Remember, I told you the consonants is characters, right? Da, ba, ra. From which you must extract the root. Now, where the hell did you see that in this breakdown? Where the hell did you see da, ba, bar? Where did you see da, ba, bar at? There's not nowhere in this. I'll just give it to you. It's not nowhere in this. It says count the consonants. They want you to count wa plus this minus sign, ya plus that dot plus these two dots, da plus this minus sign, ba plus this dot plus these two dots plus ra. And if you think I'm lying, take a look at it. Wa, one consonant. Ya, that's two. The bar, one. Ba, then they give you a question. Then bar, one. So why is this two, but these two are one, and that's one? Because two is ya plus this dot. That's why it's two. Then they ask you the question, what is ba plus this dot? It's two. Why is this one? Why is all the things with no dot in it equal one? Because that's what they're talking about. Skip you down, all right? So it says, thus leaves the four consonants. There were never four consonants there. Right. Now they're going to break it down. The doubling of the middle letter of a root by a Qadash forte. Somebody tell me what a Qadash forte is. It's one of those dots. We'll keep going. It's stupid. It's one of those dots. Indicates a change or augment to the root. Thus, a change in the stem. We call this appeal. So some of the things they classify is our slang, and then the other things classify their terminology. Okay, they're naming our slang with their terms.
Right. So they trying to make the way we speak loose and make it concrete.
No, they're just trying to understand how we talk. But because they're Esau, they have to like Esau. Imagine us. We would say, all right, imagine if we had to break this down. All right, y'all, these little dots under here, they count those as letters. But Esau is going to say the characters of this and that equals this and that. I don't know why they talk like that.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could, so he trying to just classify it.
Yes.
In a more technical way. That's what I was trying to say. He trying to make something to us, and it's we would just say it. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Or make sure you understand what I'm expressing. But he's take this, and then he want to make it to where it makes sense to him. You know
right.
So he can classify everything that we do with our language.
So I hope y'all seeing this, man. All right, so now look, this is what they wanted us to talk about, right? Now I'm gonna go a little bit into it, right? And then we're going back to where we originally was in chapter 12, in lesson 12. It says, the bar is thus the root of three consonants. It's saying root of three consonants. No, nigga, it's the root with three consonants. Each consonant is just talking about a character. Da, ba, ra. It's the root with three characters. In general, the PL yields a transitive or intensive meaning of the root, although it doesn't show in this verb. The bar is one of the pills thought to be denominative. Did I say that right? Denominative, that this built from an original noun. All right, Salaki, that is built from an original noun. The pill of the bar means speak. Duh, the bar just means speak. This verb is used also exclusively in the pill. Examples of the verb in both the qual and the pill stems will be studied later. Both of these, all that they just said, the bar literally means speak. So, okay, the bar is a root word that means word. It also means speak. It's sometimes used very rarely as say. And then it got a few other miscellaneous uses, right? All right. because of course we speak slang. Y'all get it, right? So now let's go back to where we were in the lesson. We're gonna wrap it up with this. We're gonna do the prayers. All right. Do the prayers and everything. We go back to where we were right here. Okay, so for the bar, write the pill, which the pill is just the dots. This verb also is used over 1,000 times in the Hebrew Bible, meaning the bar, the verb the bar. All these are most frequent forms. Memorize them. Now, ain't that crazy? They put for them two little dots, they made it two bars. Da babar, which is not there, but that's how they count it. They count it as two characters. And instead of it meaning word, they're using it to say it means speak. All right, so real quick, right? It says write the qual masculine singular, right? The basic meaning masculine singular, principal form. All right, I mean participle form. Damn, I be forgetting what they be talking about with these participles. I just went over it like 2 weeks ago. I just went over it. But either way, all of these are basic. I got it right here. I wrote it down in the book. All of these are the basic meaning. It is nothing being changed here. Now, here it says, make up 20 construct chains using the following information. Construct form, it has the dots. It's just the basic, a construct chain is just saying, this is shum, right? This is shum. It's just saying of. Something of. This would be name of. Because the word shum means name. It also means there. But you know that it's not saying there because the construct form is the meaning where it's like of this. I'll give you this. Of the name of the Lord. Name of the Most High. Because it is a construct. It's something that goes behind this. It's another, I believe, a noun that goes behind it. Name of the Lord. Abaya, right? Abaya. My father, something. Go ahead. Oh, can I make it bigger so y'all can see it in the classroom? Okay. Lock it. I'm talking about the actual physical class, y'all online. Land of Canaan, son of Israel, word of the Most High. Ein. What was Ein? People. Ein is people. People of Israel. People of the Lord. Malak, king of Judah. Alahaya, God of Israel. Right? All these have a word or a noun that goes behind it. So name of the Lord. My father's Yahweh, right? Land of Israel, son of Zebulun, word of Hezekiah, people of the Lord, all right? King of Judah, God of Israel. So y'all get it, right? Now the absolute forms, down here is something totally, it's not totally different, but it is the thing that will go behind each one, right? It's sort of not the thing that goes behind it, but yes, it's sort of like the thing that goes behind it, right? I'll give you a name of son of David, right? Father, give me one. Abba, it would be something of father, right? Father of the king, right? Israel, it will be son of Israel. This is the absolute, all right? People, give me one. God of the people, right? son of the king, or word of the king, or land of the king. All right. Name of the Lord. Give me one more. The bar, or the word of God, the word of the Most High, Alahaya, right? Or either or all those. They're just the things that go behind this. That's why he gave you David, Father. He's trying to give you an understanding on how to use, on how each word it can be different. It's the same. This is Alahaya. This is Alahayim. This is the Lord's name. This is King. But then you got King up there. You got people up there. You got Israel. You got Father up there as well. So it's just showing you the different ways that it's showing you what an absolute is. All right. This is a construct chain form. It's a construct and an absolute. That's what makes it a chain. Now, remember, this is Esau terminology. I'm just breaking it down for you the actual way it is. It's literally, this just is of. It's just imagine of here. Name of my father, right? So, people of my father, or God of my father, right? Land of Israel, all these are of, and this is what comes afterwards, right? So Abaya, then Alahaya. My father, God, or the God of my father. All right. So that was just something quick at the end that I wanted to give y'all real quick before it starts to go into the rest of it. It's going to explain a whole ton of stuff that we're going to go over next week. All right. The water to headquarters for letting us hold this class down, for giving us the opportunity to do it. All right, now Esau, he's full of garbage, man. Can I see you for a second? You put up some more words up on the board. We're gonna say the prayers. If you can mark off where you stopped at, where you stopped giving these words at, you can mark that off so we can have it. Where we at with it? 414. 414. I'll let you take it from here. Abad. You can just mark off where you stopped at with this marker, so we know what words to give next week. So what I'm trying to do is just give some words every single week, right? So that way we know them, we can learn them, we can study them. We'll have them for our regular everyday use, right? Because the more words we learn, the easier it'll be to communicate and speak the language. The only barrier that stops us from speaking Hebrew is we don't know words. Because even if we knew words, we could piece them together. Go to store. Go to the store. So it was easier to learn the connectors, because those are a lot of words that you can learn and understand, and they're easy because it's just one letter. Ka, your, you. La, tu. Ya, my, me, he. Ha, the, she. So you learn a bunch of words with just one letter. And they help you communicate. So you can look at a scripture. I'll give you an example while Bob's putting that up. I'll give you an example, right? While Bob's putting that up on the board, I'll give you an example right now on how to, on what I mean by we can communicate. All right? Just give me a second. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to go all the way back into the original. Here you go, right? This, for instance. Waya Ra'ah. Ra'ah means see. And he saw there. Remember Shum? Shum is name, and Shum also means there. And he saw there a Shah, a woman. And he saw there a woman. So if we didn't know the word woman, then we would not be able to communicate without knowing the word woman. We wouldn't know the word woman, but we still would understand and he, something, something. And he, something, something, something. We don't know what happened, but we just know and he. We know it was a male and something that a male did. And he saw there a woman. So once we learn words like, words with the actual connectors, meaning connecting words, we'll understand it. So right here, wa, ya, blank word. We know it's the bar, but we ain't gonna say it right now. Wa, ya, blank word, wa, and they, to something else. And they too. And they too something. And they said, and they spoke before Moses. The panya is face, or before, like before the presence of, right? So and they spoke before Moses. All right. I'll give you another one. At Wayaba'a al Hor Ha Alahayim Ha Rabah. It's like Ha Rabah. All right. And he, you have to learn the word al, which means two. I'll just give it to us because that's the easy one. And he to, or unto, and he unto the, and then this is feminine. So you might say she or her. And he unto something her, right? But this is what I mean. This is har. Har is a word that means mountain. So, and they came. Remember, bawa'a means go, come, enter in. Remember that? Come, enter in, enter into, came. And he came to, or unto, mount, the mountain of the Lord, or of God, Charabah. I believe this is, I forget which mountain this is. It's not Hebron. It's Charabah. It's Herod, Mount Herod, right? Now remember the ha is at the end because we're speaking about the land. Well, remember I told you every time we speak about the land, we speak in feminine. Just like every time the Lord speaks to us, it's always in feminine because we're the lesser in authority. And of course, we have dominion over the earth, so the earth is lesser in authority. But we can communicate. And he to the something her. You didn't know what it was, but it was feminine because it's talking about a mountain or about the land. So y'all get what I'm saying, right? Y'all get what I'm saying. It's easier to communicate. Now, once we learn words, we'll know that this is mountain. This is Alahayim, which means God. We'll know what Charabah is Herod. We'll know Panya means face or before. We'll know Masha is Moses. Asha is woman. Shum is there and name. Ra'ah is see. All right. Bawa'ah is came or come into or enter in. All right. So all those different things that we'll learn. All right. But those come with words, which is why we put the words up on a board. We put the words up on a board so y'all can get the words, so y'all can see them, learn them. All right, y'all copy all these words down. With that being said, the water to headquarters for letting us hold this class down. Copy these words down. All right, use them in your everyday language. Use them during the week so we don't forget them. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest, Officer the Walk.
These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We have the I.S.U.P.K side out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. And the Commander Gen.YAHANNA, who for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to school, they're all members for 6 months. They'll be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation to teach to arrange it, after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandments, we find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, or in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 in Hebrew, or Isupk, 10% of every penny of any increase go against you, give to the treasury department. Priest fund, which is a free will offering, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we got the Feast of Purim coming up. This year is going to be on Monday, the 14th of February, and Tuesday, the 15th of February. We find the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31.
My argument, I'll go out and check the bullets for the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, blue shirt, headband, and scarf. With that being said, modules means stand. Something like a pump.
I pump. Sorry, the pump aqueduct.
Saw the pump aqueduct, which means turn to face the east. We're gonna send up the Lord's Prayer. Abadao.
Abadao.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Qadash.
Qadash.
Ayah.
I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. Malak God. Ratazaka. Ayah. I.S.U.P.K. Baratiza. Kawar. Ayah. Ashamayim. Thun. The thunder now. Come. Cow. You won't. Wasalak now. Kabawak now. Kasalak now. Kabawak now. Wala. Tabiyah now. Wanisai one. Abor. Amasha now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Ukub. Malakwa. Wa'alam. Wa'athapara. La'ilami. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. We're going to do the prayer. Bless Israel. You got that? All right, I got it. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Barak Lanao. Vayashala. Labayah. Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Agun. Bashim Yahushua. Wala Amun. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Sorry. Man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Ma'am Shabbat. Majid. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Sorry, turn to face the sister. Man of Israel, we're going to get a sister one courtesy salute. Ma'am Shabbat. Majid. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yes, the top.